Let's deconstruct the XAT poem of 2022. I smiled at you because I thought that you were someone else. You smiled back and there grew between two strangers in a library something that seems like love. I smiled at you, but I actually did not smile at you. I thought you were somebody else. And between you and me, we are strangers. Something like love grew. So we felt that it is love, but it probably was not. But you loved me, if that is the word. So author is doubting love from the other side as well. Author says, but you loved me because you thought that I was other than I was. So we both did the same mistake. We loved each other. We sort of, so-called loved each other, but we did not love each other. We loved the other self of somebody, something that we saw. But later we realized that it was all a mistake. So what is the topic? Illusion of love, I can say, mistaken identity, or if I combine both of them. And the argument that I'm trying to explore here is that how a brief mistaken smile between two strangers lead to what seemed like love, but it is based on false impressions. They did not love each other, but they loved the imagined version of each other. Let's take a look at the questions. Which of the following cannot be inferred from the poem? Cannot be inferred. Okay, let's see what you cannot infer. This is what my basic idea of the poem is. So we'll keep on finding that out. I smiled at you because I thought that you were somebody else. You smiled back and there grew between two strangers in a library something that seems like love, but you loved me for something else. So love may start with a smile, correct. We fall in love with strangers, that's also correct. We can infer these things. So fourth option is inferable, not my answer. Third also is inferable, that love may start with small acts like looking at each other or smiling. That also will not be the answer. Both are inferable. Then author says, if that's the word because you thought that I was other than I was, and by we found we had been mistaken all the while. That means love means differently for different people. For you, love meant something that you thought what love is. When you sort of maybe looked at me and you thought that, hey, maybe this guy looks like an actor and I love that actor or actress. So for you, that could have meant love. For me, love could have been that, okay, maybe, there is a person who will help me with my life, or there is a person who would listen to me. Nobody listened to me so far. But then when we got to know each other, you were not ready to listen to me. So in either way, it's not like that you are only imagining someone else physically, you are imagining some other aspect of identity. So that means, yes, love means differently for different people, and that means that one also is inferable, so not my answer. And we had been mistaken all this while, so we make mistakes in love, certainly. Fifth also will not be the answer. So my answer will be 2, because author nowhere says anything like this, that we don't fall in love with others, but we fall in love with ourselves. So you have to understand, while the two people are loving each other on the basis of some mistaken identity or not their true self-identity, but that does not mean that they are loving themselves. They are looking at themselves in the other person. So that's a very far-fetched idea to infer from this poem, and therefore second will be my answer. Nowhere author comments anything like this, that we don't fall in love with others, but we fall in love with ourselves only.